Chris Watts didn't tell the truth when he confessed. Not the first time. And not the second time either. But weeks after he was sentenced to die in prison. With no deal on the table. No lawyers in the room. And nothing left to protect. Chris Watts finally started talking. And what he said inside that prison contradicts everything the world believed. Contradicts his first confession. And exposes a level of calculation so disturbing that investigators would later admit they wished they had never asked him to speak again. Before we go any further, Shanann Watts, Bella, Celeste, and baby Nico, type Amen in the comments for this family. And wherever you're watching from, I pray protection over you, over your mind, your home, and your spirit. Because the truth we're about to uncover is heavy. Amen. By November 2018, the case was considered over. Chris Watts had pled guilty. No trial. No jury. No public breakdown of the evidence. The story was simple. Too simple. And that's exactly why investigators went back. March 2019. A maximum security prison in Wisconsin. Chris Watts is no longer defensive. He's no longer pretending to be innocent. He's already been sentenced. And when a man like this has nothing left to lose, he doesn't confess to clear his conscience. He confesses to control the narrative. Watch him closely here. He's relaxed. He smiles. He jokes. This isn't remorse. This is comfort. Because now, he's not being interrogated. He's being listened to. And that's when the real Chris Watts starts to surface.
7:40.
Sorry, just answer that. I'm still going. You text her when?
7:40 in the morning.
Okay. And then, did you ever try and call her during the day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not sure what time of that. I can't get that far on my phone now.
Did that go through, that call?
And I did it from this phone.
And did she just not answer it?
Yeah, or? I just went to voicemail.
Okay. Okay. And then, did you call anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Did you call the police department? Did you call, Nicole? I can't remember.
No, right after I couldn't get a hold of her?
Yeah.
So at 12, I texted her, or I called her again, and at 12 I texted her again, hey, call me. And then at 12:10, that's when Nicole showed up at the house. So I got a alert saying the doorbell detected a visitor. And that's when I called her about 12:20, hey, what's going on? And she said that, Shanann hasn't got a hold of anybody or answered anybody for today.
Mm-hmm.
Since she got home, so.
Okay.
And then I asked her, just looking at she said the house or the shoes were laying next to the door and the car was still in the garage.
Is that weird, the shoes thing? Why did she bring up the shoes thing?
Well, because she could see them sitting right there.
I mean, but are they
significant? That's the ones she was wearing, I guess, in the airport.
Oh.
Type thing.
Are those the ones she wears?
She has a couple different flip-flops that she wears, but I think those are the ones she probably wore from the airport. Okay. Because they were sitting next to the door.
Did you find any of her shoes missing?
She had a whole shoe closet.
You wouldn't know if there were some missing.
It goes up to the wall.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I thought I heard something. Maybe you called Primrose or.
Yeah. I don't know what time that was. I asked if the kids were there.
Oh, okay. Was there any other conversation you had with them, or?
Well, I just told them if that we're more likely going to be putting the house up for sale, and that I'm not sure if they're going to be because we might not be in the area anymore, but I wanted the kids just back on the waiting list if we're not going to be there.
Sure. I know, at our daycare, they charge on Mondays for the week. Is that how Primrose works, or how do they do it?
Yeah, because that was going to be their first day back.
Okay.
Yeah. And
they would have charged your card or whatever. $500 or?
Oh, when they showed up, yeah.
Okay. So you were just giving them a heads up.
Yeah.
And did you already know that they weren't going to be there?
No, so I called them just to see if they were there or not, because she said she was going to take the kids to a friend's house. Mm-hmm. And I was just okay. That's why I called. Maybe she ended up taking them there.
Oh. Okay.
But no.
Okay. Any other phone calls to anyone else?
Other than Nicole, when she showed up at the house.
That was pretty much it.
Yep.
Okay. And then you can't get a hold of her, Nicole's there, and then that starts that whole process where you end up driving home. Is that right? Did you call anyone on the way home or call anyone on the way home?
I called Luke. Let him know, like, hey, I'm going home. I can't find Shanann or the kids. Don't know where they are. And he's okay. Just not doing anything.
Okay. He seems like a pretty cool boss.
Yeah.
Pretty understandable.
Yeah.
Understanding, I should say. Okay, so what? You're driving home. You're calling Luke. Did you call anyone else? Text anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
What route did you take to get home?
The same one, like I-76 west, and then 52 west, and then took that home.
Okay.
That's pretty much 76 to 52. That's runs right.
How big is this area, this branch or whatever that you guys are working on?
Huge.
Like, give me like miles. Is it miles by?
I mean, we're not the only operator out there. There's like Verdad, there's Lost Creek, there's...
But your area that you're responsible for, where the wells are on, like...
So that one, as far as square mileage, maybe 10 to 20 square miles, like as far as width goes. Like, because like, yeah, it's huge.
And that would be just your responsibility?
That's our areas. That's Cody's route.
Okay.
Because we have 6 route operators, and they all have individual routes.
So what else is on this land besides
Cattle.
Cattle?
Lots and lots of cattle and sheep.
Okay.
And lots of like little irrigation, like spots where they eat, and trees and sunflowers and lots and lots.
So like when you're driving out to the wells, is there actually a road that you guys made, or is
it's full. Sometimes it's a road. When the cows and everything get on it, it gets really soft and really like shake your truck type thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As far as your truck goes, obviously it's a work truck, I'm assuming. Are you allowed to have other people in your truck? Like as far as civilians, like your wife, your kids, anything like that?
They played in my truck a few times because it's Daddy's truck, like they played in there a few times and whatnot. What
about Shanann? Has she ever ridden in your truck before?
Not to work, but she's been in it before.
Okay.
Just seeing what all I had in there and everything like that, what I take to work and stuff like that. Yeah, she's been in there before.
Okay. But it's not a regular thing.
We're not really allowed to take civilians places in it, but other UNRCO employees or when I have a trainee and stuff like that, they ride with me.
Okay. And that's totally fine.
Yeah, definitely.
So you get home and obviously you said you open the garage door and go through the house. Tell me all the things that seemed odd about the way the house was.
So it was the car being there with the car seats. That was odd. The purse, wallet, still being there. Phone's a big thing for me. That's still there.
She seemed like she was pretty attached to her phone.
Well, everybody knows she is. She's very attached to it.
Okay.
And kids' medicine. Those are the odd things.
What about her meds? Does she have medicine that she would take?
Only one she takes regularly is Imitrex, and that was not there. The medicine she had in her purse was for nausea, not Imitrex.
So what is Imitrex for?
Migraines.
And that was gone?
That was not in her purse. The one that they said was in her purse, they thought was Imitrex, no, it was for nausea. Once I read it.
Okay. As far as, do you think it could have been in her luggage that she left there, or?
Not sure. It would have been in her purse.
Okay. Did you go through her luggage?
No.
Looking for clues, or?
I didn't go through her luggage yet.
Okay.
But her Imitrex suspects to have that with enhanced grasp.
And you said the kids' beds were pulled back, or how were the kids' beds?
They weren't made.
They weren't made?
No.
Okay. Is that normal?
Pretty normal. Okay. For the morning, yeah.
Okay.
But because the kids, they just to throw everything and just get out of bed.
And what was your bed? What did it look like?
The sheets were off of it.
Okay, tell me about that.
Most of the time when she gets out of, when she gets home from a flight or something, she gets in the bed from the airport, she's gonna wash the sheets the next day. So that's what I thought when I got home.
So she had woke up and...
Yeah, she was,
stripping the bed or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. Are those sheets on the bed now, or?
No, I don't think so.
Are they still in the piles or whatever, where she put them?
I think, because I put, I washed everything and I put different sheets on there.
So where are the sheets? Oh, you washed those sheets. Did you put them away in the closet or something?
It should either be like right on the pile on the ground or something like that, right there.
In the bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay. So you washed the sheets that were on the bed, or you left them there and just put on new sheets?
So I put on I washed those sheets. I washed sheets that were on there, and they should still be in the room.
Oh, clean, like in a pile on the bed? Okay.
Yeah, but I put like ones that were in the closet in there. Ones that were already clean, like I wanted to just make the bed anyways.
Okay, so the bed's made now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. So when you slept on the bed Monday night, it had new sheets from you changing it, or?
So Monday, yeah, like when I slept there Monday night, yeah, there was new sheets on there.
Okay, because the bed was already stripped.
Yeah.
When you got in or whatever. Yeah. Anything else that was odd? I know you said there were some things missing from the kids' rooms, or their blankets.
Yeah, the blankets.
What do you think about that?
I mean, that's what kids always take with them.
Like, even to go, like, if you...
Yeah, like, if she wants that Yankee blanket, and Bella, like, wants her blanket, especially if she feels like, you know, we tell her, like, leave it at the house now, she's getting old enough. But,
like, if you're going to Target or run errands, like, are they taking their stuff with them?
Bella will... Well, Cece definitely will have that Yankee blanket, and sometimes she wants her that dog that, like, makes cooing sounds and whatnot.
Okay. And that's gone, is that right?
Yeah.
That dog?
Yeah, but Bella's cat's still there.
Was she as attached to the cat as Cece was to the dog?
Yeah. Not as much.
Not as much. Okay. Anything else missing, weird? What about the pajamas that they were in? That you put them in after they showered, the nightgowns or whatever. Yeah. Are those at the house?
I didn't see those. I mean, there's dirty laundry in there from the kids.
Okay.
But I didn't see those per se. I didn't see those, and then there's some nightgowns in there, but I didn't see those. Not the ones I described to you.
Okay. So obviously, you know, you've had a lot of time to think about this stuff, and just talking to me, like, what are your thoughts? Like, what are you thinking right now as far as, you know, what's happened, or...
Like the first day I thought she was with somebody. I thought, she's at a friend's house and she's just decompressing, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But, now, after, yesterday and now today, it's I feel like she's not safe. So, either she is in trouble or somebody has hurt her and the kids, and we can't find them. We don't know where they are.
So if I ask you on the polygraph test if you physically caused Shanann's disappearance, can you pass that question?
Yes.
What do you think I mean by that when I'm asking if you physically caused Shanann's disappearance? What does that mean to you?
If you ask me that, I feel like you're asking me, did I have anything to do with it myself, or did I help somebody do it? And I had no part in any of that.
And I know it's totally awful to think about, but what are ways, because I need to make sure that you know what I'm talking about, what are ways that you can make someone disappear?
I mean, if you're talking about, what I've seen, on the movies, or, how people, if you read about other people, I mean, you hire somebody.
Like a hitman?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just being honest.
No, but that's what I want. Because I want you to go through all of these scenarios in your head, because I want you to know for sure what I'm talking about when I say that, asking you if you physically caused her disappearance.
Okay, you'd hire somebody, or you have somebody that would do it. I mean, it's it's hard. It's a hard question to answer.
I know this sucks.
It's a hard question to answer.
Right.
Because it had nothing to do with this disappearance.
Right.
But I don't even want to think about if you're asking how I would do it.
Anyone. How would anyone cause someone else's disappearance?
I mean, you would. I said,
you could cause someone's disappearance by murdering them. Would
yes.
you agree with that?
Yes.
So what different physical ways could you cause someone's disappearance through murder? You could stab someone, right?
Stab someone, shoot someone, hit them with a blunt object. What else is there? I mean, use a weapon like gun or knife. I mean,
Okay.
you could.
You could smother someone.
Smother someone.
You could strangle someone.
Hang someone. I mean, yeah, you can. All that kind of things. I mean, it's hard to even think about that kind of stuff right now.
Mm-hmm. So you could strangle someone. You could drown someone.
Yeah.
You could shock someone to death. You could burn someone alive. What other ways can you think of?
As far as like lure them into a trap, I guess.
So what do you mean? What?
Like, like have somebody waiting like around the corner and like,
Sure.
an accident that happens, hit by a car, I mean, something like that.
Sure.
Like, I don't want to say the same thing there, but,
you could kidnap them and take them and lock them up in a basement somewhere, or you know what I mean. They could still be alive, but you're
like torturing. So you could, I like to take them somewhere, torture them, and let them sit there without food or water.
Mm-hmm. Or even kidnap them and leave them somewhere that they are, not being tortured. Just that they can't get out, and obviously they've disappeared because you've not allowed them to come back into society and have people see them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What other ways could you make someone disappear?
Poison.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, this is.
I know.
Like, that's the thing. I never said that.
Which one are you?
Like beat somebody, I guess, to the point, like to the point where they're unconscious and they're in a coma.
Sure. So if I ask you that question on the test, Chris, are you gonna have any issue with that? About you physically causing
going through every single one of those?
Yeah, like that would be a way you could cause someone's disappearance.
Okay. No, I can definitely, I can pass. I mean,
you could murder them, you could kidnap them, you could take them to another country, you could, bury them in your backyard. You could do a million things.
Yeah.
As far as trying to conceal them.
Yeah.
Right? So that no one can find them.
Yes.
Because at this point, she's gone.
Yes.
And the girls are gone. Like, we don't know where they're at. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're assuming the worst but hoping the best. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that you're kind of in that spot too. So if I ask you that question, if you physically caused her disappearance, so when I say physically caused, I say it that way because I don't want you to feel, everyone has guilt, right? And I don't want you to feel like, you know what, I told her that I didn't want to be with her anymore, so I probably caused her disappearance because she obviously took off with the girls and because of what I told her. That I didn't want to be with her anymore.
That's why I feel like a jackass right now.
Right. So when I ask you the question on the test, I'm not asking you about guilt. I'm not asking you about, did you make her feel so horrible that she ended up leaving? I'm saying that you were the one that physically caused her to disappear. Okay. Either by murder, kidnapping, all of those other things that we went through, okay?
You want me to list all those?
No. You're just going to say no to that question.
Okay.
Right. When I ask you if you physically caused Shanann's disappearance, your answer should be what?
No.
Right. So do you have any issues with that at all? And have any question about what I would mean when I was...
No, that's totally... I just going through all those that's a lot to really think about.
Right.
Trying to figure out that was...
It's a lot, but it's very simple. Yeah. Because if you didn't have anything to do physically with her disappearance, maybe you pissed her off to the point that she ended up taking off with the kids, or maybe she became suicidal and, offed herself somewhere that we just haven't found her yet.
I feel emotionally responsible, but I didn't physically hurt her.
Exactly.
That's the kids.
Right. And that's what I want to ask you about. Okay. Just physically causing her disappearance. Okay. And you were the one directly. Okay. I'm going to ask you about Shanann. Okay. I think we can all assume that wherever Shanann is, the little girls are. Yes. So I'm just going to ask you about Shanann.
This is loop the kids with it, though, right?
What's that?
That's looping the kids with it, though, too. Everything's just kind of Because like when the FBI agent asked me yesterday, he asked about the kids, but like he was looping Shanann in with it too.
Sure. So I want to know about Shanann. Okay. I'm going to ask you this test about Shanann.
Okay.
Okay. Like I said, obviously as investigators we can kind of assume that they're all together somewhere. But I'm going to ask you on the test about Shanann specifically. Okay. The next question I was going to ask you was, are you lying about the last time you saw her?
No.
Describe the last time you saw her.
Last time I saw her, she was in bed after I talked to her.
Okay. Alive?
Laying in bed. Like, she just physically laid in bed.
Okay. Was she crying still? Was she saying anything?
She had just told me she was going to go to a friend's house with the kids and she'd be back later. And that was the last time I saw her.
So describe what she looked like. Was she like on her back, on her side?
On her side.
On her side?
On her right side.
Could you see her face?
Yes.
Okay. And what does her face look like?
She had mascara kind of running down a little bit.
Okay. And that is...
She didn't take her makeup off before she went to bed that night.
Okay.
Obviously, because...
So to your knowledge,
that's the last time I saw her.
That's the last time you would have seen her.
Yes. And the last time I saw the kids was in the monitor as it was like...
So obviously if someone, we have to talk about worst case scenarios. If for some reason you murdered her, that would not have been the last time you saw her. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay. Because obviously she's not in the house, and if she got murdered in the house, she obviously got out of the house somehow.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So at some point, the person, if they did hurt her or murder her, they would have saw her again.
Yep.
If she was laying in the bed crying or, with her mascara running down or whatever. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Okay. The last question I want to ask you is if you know where Shanann is now.
I do not.
Okay. Obviously, you've talked to the police, you've helped with the missing person investigation. So this would be more like, maybe Shanann did call you, a couple nights ago, like, dude, just don't tell him, like, I just can't handle this right now, like, I just need to get away, like, just, keep it on the down low, whatever. Maybe she told you that. Maybe if you were a person that murdered her, you obviously dumped her body somewhere or had someone else help you dump her body, you would know where that site was or where that place was. Does that make sense now? If the last time you saw her was when she was laying in bed, when she was alive and kind of having makeup run down her face, obviously you wouldn't know where she is, right? Because obviously right now we can't find her.
No.
Does that make sense to you? Do all those questions make sense to you?
Yes.
So what would you answer to all of those questions?
I had nothing to do with what's going on right now. I did not physically harm her.
Okay.
I did. The last time I saw her was in bed, laying on her side with some mascara on her face after we had a conversation. And I do not know where she is right now.
Okay.
Those are...
Yep.
Okay.
So you nailed them perfectly. Who do you think would have hurt Shanann and the girls? Like, who do you think would have done something to them?
Honestly, it's like we've exhausted like every option that we have of people that know.
Like, even if it's kind of crazy, like, what is your one go-to, like, thought about what could have happened?
That it's somebody I don't know, and I don't know who they are or what they're about, and that they have her and the kids, and that they're not safe right now, and that they've been physically hurt.
Okay. So, obviously, like I said, we kind of have to expect the worst and hope for the best. If we do end up finding your wife and your two girls murdered, what do you think should happen to that person that would have done that?
The worst possible thing.
Like what?
I mean, it's either going to be like life in prison or the death penalty, isn't it? And that's the only two things you really can do. I think that's the only thing that's the only penalty you have.
I mean, there's some people that are like, well, obviously that person's really screwed up and maybe they deserve some,
Yeah, I just know because it's my wife and my kids, so like from a mutual perspective, then it'd be different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's my wife and kids.
Do you know anything else about, is there anything you haven't told detectives that you want to share with us today?
No, I mean, we've exhausted every option of trying to reach out to friends and family that may have seen her or heard from her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, we have like nothing really else to like go off of right now as far as like who could have her. or where she could be.
Okay. I'm going to have you take a bathroom break because we've been in here quite a while. I need one as well. Let me find out which bathroom you're actually supposed to use. Hopefully one of them will come in here and help us figure out which bathroom. And then we're going to come back in here, and then again, I'm going to tell you how and why the polygraph works, and we're just going to get kind of into the testing, if that's cool with you. Okay? Because you already know what the questions are that I care about. So, okay? All right, so let me see if someone can direct you to the bathroom real quick. Why don't, hey Chris, why don't you, I'll just take you out to the lobby, and then I'll just have you sit right there real quick, and then I'll come grab you.
Oh, you have this here?
Oh, you can take it with you, whatever. Throw it in your pockets. Wow. You know.
How's it going?
Do you want Gatorade?
Oh, I'm good, thank
Are
you.
you sure?
Yeah.
I figured maybe you want some water.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Do you want a Mountain Dew?
Oh, no Mountain Dew.
You stay away from that
I
stuff?
haven't had soda in like years.
Well, don't start now, right? Do you have any bad habits?
I used to, like Oreos and soda were my go-to.
During the pregnancy?
Yep.
What kind of soda did you like?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew?
That's what I like.
Delicious. Everyone at work makes fun of me for drinking it.
No, like my favorite was like the Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
Oh, see, I didn't like that. Because don't they still have that at
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell?
That's where it was.
That's right.
Steak quesadilla and Mountain Dew Baja Blast was my go-to.
Let's go over the questions that are going to be on the test. Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
Just so you know the words to all the questions and there's no surprises and that kind of stuff, okay? And then we'll...
Am I allowed to like breathe like during this?
Yeah, I'll explain all of that to you. It's, you're obviously still a person and you still have functions that have to go on for you to be alive. So, yes, you'll be able to breathe and we just don't want you to move a bunch during the test. And I'll explain that to you. And it's for very short periods of time and I have no doubt, being a healthy guy like you are, that you'll have no problem doing that. Okay. I've had like 15-year-old boys up to like 85-year-old men that are able to sit still just during the polygraph. So I have no doubt someone like you is more than able to sit still. Okay, so we're going to go over the questions that are going to be on the test. Like I said, I'm going to tell you every single question. There's not a question I'm just going to add, for the thrill of it or anything like that. You're going to know all the words. So the first question that's going to be on the test is going to be regarding Shanann's disappearance. Do you intend to answer all of the questions truthfully?
Yes.
Okay. And you're only going to get to answer yes or no to these questions, okay?
Oh, okay.
So it's easy because, there should be no question in your mind whether you need to answer yes or no to the questions, okay? So the first relevant question that I'm going to ask that we had already gone over is going to be, did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
And I'm saying her name right?
Yep.
Right, okay. And then do you know where Shanann is now?
No.
Okay, so those are the three that we'd already discussed before, right? So physically causing someone's disappearance is either, obviously harming them to the point where they, are either dead or can no longer function out, maybe you left them for dead, in some field somewhere or something like that. So maybe they weren't actually deceased, but, that you would have been the direct cause of their disappearance, okay? So that makes sense to you? Okay. And then obviously, lying about the last thing you saw her, that would be because maybe you helped someone or you did it yourself or something like that, and then you helped dispose of them or put them somewhere, or lock them up somewhere or whatever, okay?
Sure.
And then knowing where she is now. Again, that would be either some kind of direct knowledge, like you either saw it, you did it, you know where you put them, or someone told you where they are, something like that. Or if Shanann called you and said, this is where I'm at, but you haven't told the police that kind of stuff, okay? Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay. So you're going to be taking what's called a directed lie polygraph. So what that means is there are going to be questions on the test where I want you to lie. Because I want to see what your body looks like when you tell a lie on the test. Okay. I know it seems kind of weird, but you're going to know which questions these are, and they're going to be easy to answer. So it's going to be like, they're all going to start with before 2018. So this first one is before 2018. Did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about? We've all lost our temper with someone we've cared about in our life. So I want you to think about, you don't have to tell me what it is, but I want you to actually have that moment in your mind when you actually lost your temper with someone you cared about.
Okay.
Whether it was with Shanann, whether it was with your parents, whether it was with your children, I mean, it could be with anyone, but it was...
You want me to say no to that one?
Yes, so you're going to actually lie to that question, since we all have lost our temper with someone we cared about before. So I'm going to say before 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about? And you're going to say...
No.
Because you're telling a...
Lie.
Awesome. The next one of those, because there's only 3 of those, the next one's going to be before 2018. Remember, it's all going to start with that, before 2018. If you ever hear that on the test, that is your clue to go, crap, this is a question I have to lie to on the test. Okay?
Okay.
So this one's going to be before 2018. Did you ever say anything out of anger to a loved one?
It's going to be...
Well, we've all said something out of anger to a loved one, but
So
I want you to take a minute and actually think of a time when you've actually said something out of anger to a loved one. You have something in your head?
Yeah.
Okay. And I want you to actually think of that when you answer this question on the test. Okay. So again, before 2018, did you ever say anything out of anger to a loved one? You're going to say?
No.
Because you're telling a
lie.
Awesome. The last one is before 2018. Have you ever wanted to hurt someone to get even with them? Not that you actually hurt them, but that maybe they pissed you off so bad, you know, that you were like, oh, I can punch that guy in the face right now, or, you know, whatever. Not that you actually ended up even hurting anyone, but that you ever thought about hurting someone to get even with them. So I want you to take a moment and think about a time, and just make sure that you do have something in your head.
Okay.
Got it? So when I ask you this question on the test, before 2018, have you ever wanted to hurt someone to get even with them? You're going to say...
No.
Because you're telling a
lie.
Awesome. The next questions are what we call known truth questions. They're going to be really easy to answer. So it's going to be, is your first name Christopher?
Yes.
Good. Were you born in 1985?
Yes.
Are you now in the state of Colorado?
Yes.
Are you now sitting down?
Yes.
Are the lights on in this room?
Yes.
Do you understand that I will only ask you the questions we have discussed? That's the last question. Okay. So we just went through every single question on the test.
Okay.
So the only questions that you'll hear come out of my mouth. Okay. So let me go through those one more time, and you just say yes or no how you would answer them on the test. Okay.
Okay.
Regarding Shanann's disappearance, do you intend to answer all the questions truthfully?
Yes.
Did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
Do you know where Shanann is now?
No.
Before 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about?
No.
Before 2018, did you ever say anything out of anger to a loved one?
No.
Before 2018, have you ever wanted to hurt someone to get even with them?
No.
Okay. Is your first name Christopher?
Yes.
Were you born in 1985?
Yes.
Are you now in the state of Colorado?
Yes.
Are you now sitting down?
Yes.
Are the lights on in this room?
Yes.
Do you understand that I'll only ask you the questions that we have discussed?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Any of those questions give you any heartburn or make you go, well...
My heart's kind of still like, it's this whole like...
Right. And this is not a process where you shouldn't be nervous, so that is to be expected. That's totally fine. And like I told you before, that's not going to cause you to fail the test or anything like that, because no one would take the test if that's what it went off of. Okay.
Okay. This is sort of what I feel right now. So it's like, I don't know, like.
Did you do any research on polygraph or anything like that? Okay.
No, like I don't. all I know is like when I see it on TV, all I see is like, you know, this right here, and then like that, and then like that. It's like you just judge it off your heart rate, or what is the deal?
Yeah, and I'll explain all those components that I'm gonna put on you.
So no, like, I mean, I came in here, my heart's going a million miles a minute, and it hasn't stopped.
Yeah. So, and you'll notice too that the second I put all the components on you, that's when it really feels like, oh shit, this got real. Like, that's just, everyone has that oh shit moment, right, when everything gets attached, because then you're like, oh crap. So, I promise I will get you through this, okay? Give me just one sec. Have you ever been pulled over before?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Had a Mustang.
Oh, I bet you were pulled over a lot.
Over a handful.
Okay, so I kind of explained polygraph in a way that makes the most sense to me, so I just assume it makes the most sense to other people, okay? So just bear with me. I like to ask people about a time that they got pulled over, you know, and how they felt when they realized they were getting pulled over by the police. You know, that moment when you're cresting a hill, you see a cop on the side of the road, or you know, you go around a corner, there's a cop there, or all of a sudden you see red and blue flashing lights in the rearview mirror. And I usually ask people, I'm like, just describe how you felt when you realized you were getting pulled over by the police. And it's kind of like right now. It feels, you know, most people have the heart beating out of the chest. They kind of start hyperventilating. Some people get mad. Some people get sad. Well, all the things that are happening inside your body when you realize you're getting pulled over by the police are actually being regulated by your autonomic nervous system.
Okay.
Excuse me. It kind of sounds like automatic, because that's basically what it is. Whenever your brain senses that you're in a stressful or threatening situation, it automatically kicks in these physiological changes inside your body because it thinks it needs to help keep you alive, okay? Have you heard of fight, flight, or freeze before? So, excuse me, Chris, you're walking in the woods, you hear a bear growl, you're either going to fight the bear, you're going to freeze, or you're going to run away. Okay? It's kind of your brain going, you're in overload right now, you can't really process what's happening. So I'm going to give you 3 options to help keep you alive, okay? So a lot of people are like, well, what the hell does that have to do with telling a lie? Well, I'm sure you would agree from a very young age, your father taught you, you know, that it's wrong to lie, cheat, or steal. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
And that there's consequences when you lie, cheat, or steal. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
So if I ask you a question, Chris, and I say, did you do whatever, and the word no comes out of your mouth, your brain will automatically sense that as a stressful or threatening situation because it knows there's consequences with that lie you just told. The severity of it really doesn't matter to your brain. I mean, you could get grounded Friday night, or you could spend the rest of your life in prison. Your brain really can't really differentiate between the severity of the consequence. It just knows, holy cow, you told a lie, there's consequences with those lies, and it starts those same physiological changes inside your body. Okay, the same things that were happening when you heard the bear growl in the woods, and the same things that were happening when you realized you were getting pulled over by the police, okay? So the awesome thing about the polygraph is I get to measure what's going on inside your body when you're answering questions on the test, okay? And I do that by attaching these components to you, okay? And I'll explain those here in just a minute. And I've already told you on the test, like, you're going to have questions on the test where I know you're telling a truth, like, is your name first name Christopher? And I have questions on the test where I know you're telling a lie about ever saying anything to hurt a loved one, or, you know, those types of questions. So I get to see what your body looks like on the inside when I know you're telling a truth and I know you're telling a lie, and then I get to compare that to the relevant questions about if you physically caused Shanann's disappearance, are you lying about the last time you saw her, and if you know where she is now. And I get to compare those to those questions. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I felt like I don't know if this was the heartbeat thing. That's the only thing that I thought it was measured off of.
No, and just so you know, like, a lot of people are like, well, my heart's beating out of my chest. You are your own baseline. Like, I'm not comparing you against the guy I did last week, or, you know, someone I did 10 months ago. So if your heartbeat is up here, that's just where you're at. Like, that's your baseline for me today, okay? And then when you react, you're just going to react up here. Someone who's a little more calm, or, you know, maybe their heart's obviously not beating as fast, their baseline's maybe going to be down here, but they're going to have that same reaction. Does that make sense? So you're both going to have the same reaction, you're just going to have different baselines, okay? So I'm going to explain to you the components as I'm putting them on, because I think it makes the most sense, but I do need to kind of move your chair a little bit, and I'm going to actually have you, can we set these down on the floor like next to you? Is that cool? I'm going to move your water just a little bit. Just because I'm going to put your arm up here in just a minute.
Okay.
and you can have a seat back
Okay.
there. So the first thing that we're going to put on, Chris, is these are called pneumograph tubes.
Okay.
The blue one's going to go kind of down by your belly. The silver one goes up a little higher underneath your armpits, okay? These are going to measure involuntary movements in your chest cavity during the test, okay? So what I need you to do is put your hands together like you're diving in a swimming pool. Put your wrist on top of your head. On top of your head.
Sorry.
That's okay. And then just lean forward slightly so your back's off the back of the chair. Perfect. And I'll try not to laugh you in the face. If at any time like this feels too tight or whatever, just let me know, okay? And I can adjust it for you. It's pretty skinny though, so I want to make sure it's not going to fall down too far. Put your hands up. I'm going to do the silver one. Does it feel like it's too tight or does it feel okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hold up the right toe. So the next thing we use, you can put your hands down, I'm sorry. Chris is a blood pressure cuff. This is the same kind of blood pressure cuff you would find in a doctor's office. Obviously they're trying to get your blood pressure when you're in there. I use this to measure the rate of blood flow through your body during the test. And we've actually found it's much more, we get a much better reading if we put it on your calf instead of your arm. So are you okay if we put it on your calf? So just go and put that leg straight up in the air for me. Okay, go ahead and put it down. The only thing about doing it on the calf is we just have to make sure we don't step on it and it doesn't rub against the back, which I think you'll be fine. Just make sure we don't step on the cord, okay?
Yeah.
And then the last thing we use, these are called electrodermal activity plates. In layman's terms, they're just going to measure your sweat gland activity during the test, okay?
Yeah.
And that's why I need your arm. Maybe, I should skew you back just a tad, so. Good one, okay. Just go ahead and spread your fingers out for me. You can put them up just a little bit. There you go. Did you know we use these?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I use this.
Right. That's usually all people see. Sometimes the blood pressure cuff. And with these, like during the test, the important thing about those is that we just want to just kind of leave your hand kind of dead on the table. We don't want to push down. We don't want to pull up, anything like that. So you're just going to be completely flat on the table and just kind of let your arm go limp and your hand go limp, okay? During the testing.
Okay.
Right now you can move around. You can do what you put it in your lap, whatever. It's not going to hurt it.
Yeah.
Do you want some more water?
I'll be okay right now.
Okay.
Yeah, be good. What's the mat for?
The what?
The mat. That's the one.
Oh, sorry. We're going to discuss that. So that's a motion sensor mat. What that does is obviously detect motion and movement in your body. So that's how important it will be that you remain completely still during the testing. If you move your little toe, I mean, as you know, with lifting weights and stuff, everything happens from your core. You move your little toe, obviously it's going to register on my seat pad. So it's very, very sensitive. So that's how important it's going to be that you remain completely still.
Sure.
Okay.
We're probably getting in the best position I can right now. I'm not like all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your feet just flat when you can get it. So we're going to go over a practice test.
Like this, like I can breathe. Everything's good. Okay, we're good. I just want to make sure.
It's kind of sideways, actually. Oops, I'm gonna try not to suck in a little bit. There we go. It's kind of cockeyed there. A little bit better for your shirt. Is that too tight now?
No, it was tighter, but
it was too loose before, but
yeah, we're good.
You sure?
Yeah, it's tight, but it's good.
Okay. So we're going to go over a pre-test now, and then I'll explain how I need you to sit still and all that, and then we'll get into the actual testing, okay? So this is what we call a directed lie practice test, okay? And I'm going to move my chair over here. So obviously a directed lie practice test kind of gives you an indication that I probably want you to lie on the practice test, right? I don't want you to lie yet. I will tell you at that point that I want you to lie, okay?
Okay.
How many numbers do you see on this piece of paper?
4.
Which one's missing?
3.
I want you to write the number 3 on the line where it's missing, okay?
Okay.
And you can use your right or your left hand. Are you right-handed or
Yeah.
left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay.
I'll just...
That's pretty good. Okay.
Lifetime.
So this is the directed lie practice test. So what that means is I'm going to ask you if you wrote every single number on this piece of paper. Okay?
Okay.
I want you to be truthful to all the numbers, but I want you to lie to when I ask you if you wrote the number 3. Because
Okay.
you really did write the number 3, but I want you to say no, that you did not. I want you to lie to me, okay?
Okay.
So let's practice that. Regarding that number you wrote on the piece of paper, did you write the number 1?
No.
Did you write the number 2?
No.
Good. Did you write the number 3?
Yes. No, I didn't.
No. You're lying to that one.
Okay, I didn't write.
That's okay. All right, did you write the number 4?
No.
Did you write the number 5?
No.
Okay, so let's try that one more time, okay? Regarding the number on the piece of paper, did you write the number 1?
No.
Did you write the number 2?
No.
Did you write the number 3?
No.
Good. Did you write the number 4?
No.
Did you write the number 5?
No.
Good. So in essence, you're saying no to every single number that I asked you about if you wrote, but obviously you're lying when you say you didn't write the number 3 because we just both watched you write the number 3, okay? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so during the testing, I'm going to leave this right here. You need to look in the area of this clipboard. You can't look side to side, up, down, wherever Chris wants to look. You don't have to fixate on the number 3, but you're going to be looking basically in this general area right here, okay? You do have to remain completely still. There's no coughing, belching, sneezing, sniffling, anything like that during the test, okay?
Just breathing.
What's that?
Just breathing.
Yes. I need you to breathe, so it keeps you alive, yes. So you need to remain, a lot of people are like, well, I didn't know how to be still like a statue. You pretty much have to be still like a statue. Like I said, it's for very short periods of time.
Okay.
I will, if for some reason I have to give you an instruction during the test, like maybe you're moving your little finger and you don't even notice it because it's kind of like a little thing that you're doing and you don't really realize you're doing it. Just fix whatever I've asked you to fix and do not go, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, do not apologize, do not move, do not do anything. I'll know already that you feel horrible about what you just did. I just don't need you to acknowledge it, okay? I just need you to actually fix whatever I asked you to fix. Like, see, you just picked up your finger over there. If I say don't move your finger, I don't need you to go, I'm so sorry. You know, that
involuntary,
kind of stuff. Exactly. So, and that's totally fine. I'm just saying if I point something out like that, just stop doing whatever I'm asking you to do, okay? Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
During the test, you cannot look at me. I will be staring at you just to make sure all the components are staying where they're supposed to. I know it feels super creepy to have someone staring at you when you can't stare back.
No, that's fine.
But that's just kind of the name of the game today.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, like, I'll try not to sneeze or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or anything like this right here. So.
Can you put your whole hand on the table? Is that okay for you? Does that cause you any...
No, I just want to make sure they can get in that way.
Yeah, no, you're good. If you could just stick your whole hand on there just so I could see it, that'd be perfect. There is no talking during the test. The only talking you used to do is to say yes or no. Sometimes people have a problem. Can you look at me right now?
Oh, sorry. I'm just
no,
practicing.
you're like in the zone.
I'm practicing, so.
That's okay. So when I ask you a question and a lot of people have, an automatic reaction to go yes, no. They move their head.
Yeah.
So just be conscious about the fact that your whole body, including your head, needs to be completely still. The only movement that's actually going to happen from your body is your mouth to open to say yes or no. But your head should stay still. So if I tell you, if I have to give you instruction, like stop nodding your head or something like that, just stop and just open your mouth and say the word instead of moving your head, okay? Does that make sense? And like I said, I know most people don't do that on purpose and they're not realizing that they're doing it until I point it out to them. So if I do that, just see if you can fix that for me, okay?
Okay.
There is no air in your cuff right now. I will overinflate your cuff when we start. It will feel like your leg's going to fall off for just a brief second.
Okay.
And then I let almost all the air out, and then I pump it up about halfway. And that just gets all the air bubbles out for me and gives me a nice clean reading on the chart, okay? Mm-hmm. Do you have any questions?
That's it.
Okay, so make sure that also that I ask the question in its entirety before you answer.
Okay.
Especially with the numbers, people already know what number's coming next, so sometimes I'll say, did you write the number? No. And they cut me off. There has to be a delineation between the time I end the question and the time you answer, so just make sure that you're not doing that for me, okay?
Okay.
So give me 1 second, I have to make a file name here. Your birthday one more time.
5/16/85.
So I will tell you when the test is going to begin, and then I will tell you when the test is going to end. Don't move in between that time, and then I will tell you at the end when it's okay for you to move around and relax, okay?
Okay.
So just stay completely like you are until I tell you that it's okay, okay?
Okay.
Don't bother you.
No, I'm just trying to keep, I'm like stressing my fingers out.
Yeah, don't, just like seriously, just kind of like your hand is on your lap, just lay your hand right there.
Okay. These allowed just they need to be these flat though, right?
I mean, it just like lay on the table.
Right.
So, would they not normally be touching?
Well, it's just like, I don't know. It's fine.
Okay. And again, you're going to be looking straight ahead. Just make sure you don't move, okay?
Okay.
The test is about to begin. Please remain still. Regarding what number you wrote on the piece of paper, did you write the number 1?
No.
Did you write the number 2?
No.
Did you write the number 3?
No.
Did you write the number 4?
No.
Did you write the number 5?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. You can relax. How'd you feel? You did great. You remembered to lie and everything. That was awesome. So, you obviously are a really bad liar. Have people told you that before? Like, the second you tell a lie, like, they can tell, like, on your face that, because the second you lie to the number 3, like, I don't know if you heard me clicking, but I had to, like, turn down the sensitivity because you were starting to go off the page. So, that is what I need to see as a polygrapher, because that tells me that you know it's wrong to tell a lie. And you're actually having a significant reaction when you lie, so that is awesome. So thank you for being a liar. No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We don't want to be good liars, so thank you for being a horrible liar. And that just shows me that, you know, obviously on the test when they're asking, you know, significant stuff about your wife, if you're lying to that, it's going to be even 10 times more amplified. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much, more than you know. So that was awesome. So let me get the questions to the test up. If you want to take a drink of your water, just to kind of...
You're fine.
You're good?
Yep.
Okay. So, do you have any other questions about the questions of the test?
Mm-mm. Okay.
So, we're going to ask these sets of questions. We have to ask them at least 3 times. So, we call them charts. So, we have to do at least 3 charts. We can do up to 5 charts depending on, you know, if you're not giving me good data for some reason or you're moving or something like that, we could do up to 5 charts, okay? So hopefully we'll get them done in 3. That's what my hope is. And I imagine we will get them done in 3. So, okay. And the coolest thing about this is right now, there's only one person in this room that knows what the truth is. And in about 5 minutes, there's going to be 2 of us. So that's the coolest part, okay? And then I can go share that with them out there, okay? So do you don't have any other questions or anything?
No.
Perfect. So you don't want to take a sit before we start?
Oh well. Right off the scales.
That's all right. I told you you're creating your own baseline, so you're good.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, so you let me know when you're ready to begin. During this part of the test, I want you to focus on the back of the chair, okay? Not looking up, down, side to side, anything like that. I want you to
was I doing that?
Nope, you did great. But obviously the clipboard is gone now, so your area of focus is going to be like in this area, okay?
Okay.
Don't like focus on something so intense that you end up, you know, kind of going cross-eyed. Like, don't just make sure you don't do that, okay? Just kind of look around, like right in that area, okay? Do you remember those questions that you have to lie to?
And before 2018.
Right. And you remember you're going to tell a lie to those questions?
Yes.
You're going to say no?
I'm going to say no to anything that says before 2018, as regards to before 2018.
Right. And you're going to think about the lie that you're telling, right?
Yeah, after you ask the full question, yes.
Yep, perfect. All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, stay still. The test is about to begin. Please remain still. Do you understand I will only ask you the questions we have discussed?
Yes.
Answer? Regarding Shanann's disappearance, do you intend to answer all of the questions truthfully?
Yes.
Is your first name Christopher?
Yes.
Breathe normal. Before 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about?
No.
Did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Were you born in 1985?
Yes.
Before 2018, did you ever say anything out of anger to a loved one?
No.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
Are you now in the state of Colorado?
Yes.
Before 2018, have you ever wanted to hurt someone to be even with them?
No.
Breathe normal. Do you know where Shanann is now?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. And relax. How do you feel?
Horrible.
Horrible?
Nervous.
Yeah?
Just like trying to look at something without nothing there.
The chair thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, it gets kind of weird. Like, that's why I always tell people not to
I feel like I was just,
outside.
I don't know, on his feet and trying to keep everything still.
Do you feel like you're in a good position right now as far as how you're sitting and that kind of stuff?
I feel like it's okay.
Okay.
Just not used to this.
Do you have any issues with the questions as far as you physically causing Shanann's disappearance? Is there anything that you were like, I don't like how that question's, worded, maybe,
No.
does it